Problem number 4. The line plot below shows the length of all the pieces of yarn Katie used for an art project. She cut all of these from one original piece of yarn. So I have a line plot, and the fractions below and whole number are the length of feet. And then they tell me how many times. So I have 1/8 and I have 3 x's. So that means I have 1/8, 1/8, and 1/8. Or I have 1 x above 1/2, so I only have 1/2 of a foot of yarn was used for that piece. So let's keep reading. Katie had 2 feet of yarn left over. How long in feet was the original piece of yarn? So when I started, I know how much she has left. I want to know what was my total when I started. I'm going to write that. So make sure you are too. So let's get working. I know I need to start with what's left. So 2 plus. And then I'm going to start adding, and I'm going to group my fractions. So I'm going to do 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, because the other day we learned about grouping things that have the same denominator. And in this case, I'm going to group things that even have the same numerator. And I need to have 3 1/8 because if you look up here, I have 3 above the 1/8. And those are in feet. So now I'm going to add 2 3/8. So 3/8 plus 3/8. I'm adding again, so I want to find my original piece of yarn in feet. So now I'm going to do 1/2. I don't have to put that in parentheses because it's by itself. Next is going to be 5/8. I may run out of room. 2 3/4. So I'm going to group it in parentheses. And last but not least, a 7/8. 7/8. So I have my my 2 feet that were left over. All right, now I'm going to start adding what's in the parentheses. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. My denominator stays the same of 8ths. All right, 3 plus 3, 6. Denominator stays the same of 8ths. Awesome. Oh, 1/2. That's easy. It's by itself. Oop, easy again. 5/8. Now I have 3 plus 3. Ooh, 6. But it's not 8ths this time like it was before. Now it is 4ths. And I'm not going to worry right now that it's an improper fraction, only when it's the final answer. And then I've got 7/8 by itself. All right, now I'm going to group the common denominators. So 2 plus, so I have 3/8 plus 6/8 plus 5/8 plus 7/8. Okay. So now I'm going to add what doesn't have 8ths. So I've got a 1/2, and then I have a 6/4. So now I'm going to add those parentheses. 2 plus 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 7 is 21, and I know my denominator stays the same. So I have 8ths here, and I have halves and fourths. So I know I can get halves to 8ths. So it's times 2 times 4 times 4. So it's going to be 4/8. And then 6/4. So I know I can get fourths to 8ths times 2. What I do in the denominator, I do in the numerator, 12. Okay, let's add our 8ths again. 2 plus 21 plus 4. Oops, I need my denominator of 8. 21 plus 4 is 25. 25 plus 12 is 37. Now I'm going to convert the 37 into a a mixed number, I'm sorry. So 2 plus, what's 37 divided by 8? Or how many 8s fit into 37? Well, 4. So 4 times 8 is 32, so I'm taking away 32 from that 37, and that leaves me 5, and my denominator stays the same. So our final answer is going to be, and I'm just going to write it over here, 2 plus 4 is 6, and my fraction is 5/8. So my original piece of yarn is 6 5/8 feet. Make sure you showed your work.